Hi friends, let's talk about some of the cheaper alternatives to Aerogarden sponges. I bought these 100 pack sponges from Amazon for $15. Sometimes they go even cheaper. I'm not talking about any particular brand. Whatever I am talking here applies to most of the sponges. I tried the sponges from different companies and found similar experience with all of them. I added links to some of the products I tested well. Please find them in the description below. Now let's start with pros and cons in general. Starting with pros, these are very economical. Most of these are made of sphagnum peat similar to Aerogarden sponges. And these sponges are easy and straightforward to use. Now coming to the cons, these sponges are little hard. So sometimes the seedlings struggle to push the roots down through the sponges and the roots will end up on top of the sponge. I noticed that some seedlings will do just fine while the other seedlings from the exact same variety and same batch of seeds will struggle. So what do I do when I see the seedlings are struggling? I simply cut and open the sponge and reposition the seedlings. It looks like a lot of work, but it is pretty simple. Now let's put these sponges into action. I will give the sponges a try with 3 varieties of seeds. In the first test, I am placing a few lettuce seeds in each sponge. In the second test, I am using rhubarb seeds. In this test, I soaked the sponges in hot water for a couple of minutes. Nowadays, I have been doing this for all sponges. This should kill any bugs on the sponges. In the final test, I am using tortoise seeds. Here also, I soaked the sponges in hot water. That's it. I will monitor the sponges as the seedlings develop. It's been 3 days since I placed the lettuce seeds. I see the seedlings are doing fine in 2 pods. The seedlings in the third pod are struggling a little bit. I see the roots are above the sponge. I will give them 2 more days. If they continue to struggle, I will help these seedlings by repositioning them. Speaking of these issues, here I have a totally different garden with purslane and I am using the sponges from Park Seed. Some seedlings are struggling with the sponges as well. The reason I am showing this is, some seedlings have this problem irrespective of the sponge. Of course, the problem is more with cheaper sponges. Coming to tortoise seedlings, these seedlings are doing very well. I see no issues here. It's been 5 days. Let's take a look at the lettuce seedlings and see if they need any help. Even though I am seeing some part of the roots above the sponge, these seedlings took care of themselves on their own. When I try to pull the seedlings, they are not coming out. Even when I try to pull a single seedling, it is not coming off that easy. So they don't really need any help here. I will leave it as is. Coming to the rhubarb seeds, the seedlings are coming very nice. Look at this root. It is coming through the sponge very nice. Looking at the other pod, the roots are coming nice here as well. So I don't see any issues here. Now the tortoise seeds. These seedlings are also doing excellent and the roots are coming through the sponge very well. So based on these results, I can confidently say that these sponges are working very well. I have been using these sponges for nearly 2 years for various seeds and they are working very well for me. I use these sponges in my other hydroponic systems such as iDoo, MarsHydro, Hortuzz, etc. and they work very well in all those systems. Here is one more great usage for these cheap sponges, which is transplanting the seedlings. I have a couple of spinach seedlings. I'm going to transplant these seedlings using these sponges. For the transplant, first I'm going to soak these seeds so that it is easy to handle these sponges. First I'm going to make a slit. Then I will place the seedling. Be very gentle when we are handling the seedlings. The seedlings are very delicate and we might break them. That's it. So I don't hesitate to buy these sponges when I see them at cheaper prices. I will just make sure they are made out of peat or cocoa coir. I will load them up and keep them handy all the time. These are very economical, especially for seed starting, as I need a lot of them for seed starting. Please find the links to some of these products I tested in the description below. I will keep them up to date as I see new products for better price. That is all for now. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.